Hello and welcome back to the Doctor Why podcast. This is a Doctor Who after show where me and Chris review the episode of Doctor Who. Wow, what a great episode. It is an amazing episode. Today,
oh yeah, it was so good.
Today is episode 5, sorry, chapter 5, called Survivors of the Flux. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I don't like it. I want chips.
I want that
I want to
one.
go to Disney World.
I want that one. Points of
I
Rusty
want
Davis.
that one. Yeah.
Russell comes in and goes, I'm good at this. And then was like,
yeah.
no one can write better than me. Oh no, stop. Anyways,
Stephen, come back.
Let's just get right into it. First noticeable thing is there was no cold open. It was literally the last episode previewed and I went straight into the opening sequence. That
it felt off because all the others had a cold open.
Yeah. Like he could have had a cold open of
really
like
wrong.
Dan, Yaz, like all of them. Like the scene that they had in the temple could have been the cold open, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it starts off with the Doctor as a stone weeping angel. Oh my god. And then it just breaks apart. So the whole cliffhanger of the last episode was literally useless. You made me wait a week.
I mean, is she still an angel at the end? No, she's not, is she?
No, it's just the last episode.
Yeah.
The
I
cliffhanger
didn't
for
really
that.
think it through.
The cliffhanger for that was so interesting. I was like, oh my god, she's a weeping angel. Maybe, yeah. Because I think I said this on the podcast. I'm like, what if Yaz, Dan, and stuff have to save the Doctor, right? No, she just crumples out. It's like, oh no, we turned you into an angel to transport you better. What the fuck does that mean? Huh?
Yeah. No, I didn't actually think it through in the episode. I was like, oh, she's in like her own world with all the other. Like I thought that like she was in her mind palace, but with all of the other angels there, because she's now an angel, and then she just left at some point.
No, she was physically.
She was just no longer an angel.
She was physically an angel. Then was no longer an angel. Then talked to the angels, and the angels was like, "Yeah, Doctor, we're transporting you somewhere." Then she was turned back into an angel.
Why do they talk? Like we shouldn't see them talk. Like surely, like speaking is something that they can only do when no one's looking at them.
Or like they had they done in the past. They rip out someone's nervous system and use their nervous system to speak. Like that's what happened in the other one. What's that one? The one in the cave where the Doctor shoots the orb thing. That one.
Oh, a village.
Yeah.
So it's the angel.
So it's like that one where it's just they literally ripped the guy's spinal cord out, vocal box, nervous system, and said we're gonna use that as a puppet to speak to the Doctor. But now they just speak. Like I get when they were like using Claire to speak. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But they just speak. Like last episode, we gave them. I gave such props to how they added a cool mechanic to the and then they just shit on the Weeping Angels.
Yeah,
and they shit on a lot of other things. We'll get into that. So it starts. You can hear from my voice. I am not happy. I am not happy. This is the first time I think on this podcast where I just sound defeated because I am defeated.
It's just wrong.
It's just
this episode is just wrong.
I know why people. I can see how people like this episode, right? The hype. It was very hype, but when you look deeper into what the episode does, it's not interesting. It's not what a pre-finale episode. Because we have 6 episodes.
Yeah,
a pre-finale episode should be doing. It's not that.
No,
it's not. So we're going to start. The Doctor's a stone among a sea of weeping angels. She breaks apart and is walking amongst them. It is revealed the Doctor was turned into an weeping angel to make it easier to transport, also because the weeping angels find it funny. We then cut to Yaz, Dan, and Jericho. They are in a temple of sorts, looking for something they saw in a sketch. I wrote,
why did they look any older?
No, you know what I like actually later on is that Jericho and Dan grow beards. That's got a like.
Oh goatee. Yeah, I like that.
I was like, Dan's got a goatee.
But they don't look older.
And it's been 3 years.
Yeah, they don't look older.
No, to just wear old timey clothing.
But Jericho already did.
Jericho's already from these times. Yeah, they're looking for a temple because for something in a sketch, and I just wrote nothing really interesting here. This was like,
Yeah,
the Yan.
there was like a few
the
like
Yan-
men or stupid jokes, and that was it.
The Yaz, Dan, and Jericho section really bored me. It really bored. I just was not interested in it. I did not care. I did not care about.
I was
them.
actually thinking this is really boring. Wait, I'm like 20 minutes in. Wait, this is really quick for something so boring.
It's. We then are back with the Doctor, where the angels tell her to return to form. She goes back into a weeping angel and wakes up in front of an Ood. The Ood directs the Doctor to the random white-haired woman from the last episode. The Doctor asks where she is.
You didn't look quite right.
No, because the Ood's eyes have changed.
The eyes were wrong.
The eyes have changed. They have pupils and stuff now. It's really weird. But yeah. But I think everything other than the eyes was pretty good on the Ood. Like, it looked really good.
Yeah.
The Ood directs the Doctor to the random white-haired woman from the last episode. The Doctor asks where she is, and it's revealed she is in Division. Or the Division. Or whatever. Because it's inconsistent. Yeah. It's either the Division or Division. Whatever.
Yeah.
We come back to Yaz, Dan, and Jericho, who reveal that they have been stuck in the past for 3 years. They mention that they are looking for a date from the pot that they call the tomb, because that was because sorry. They mentioned that they're looking for a date from the pot they caught in the tomb, and because of that, they became a target as someone put dynamite outside their door. They didn't die, because it's it fades to them in a yacht. Room service arrives and attacks them, but then the room service guy commits suicide before the gang can get any information. Then they notice a tattoo on the assassin's arm. So, first of all, Chris, do you know what that tattoo is?
It's if I got this wrong, I'm gonna sound so stupid. It's the seal of Rasagon?
No.
I'm stupid. I'm stupid.
The tattoo.
It's the tattoo of the guy from Doctor's Wife. That Time Lord that the Doctor was following in the Doctor's Wife. That's what I meant.
No.
I'm wrong still.
Let me remember which Doctor it is.
I'm bad at this.
I'm good at this. It's actually a tattoo that John Pertwee had.
Oh, it was. It's the tattoo that John Pertwee had before he was even the Doctor.
Yeah, and then they kind of like headcanon it to be like, oh, this is how we know that you're, in the Division. Yes, banished from Gallifrey. Time Lord stuff. Because there were a few leaks put on Reddit, done by and there was a video on it by Chris's friend Tom Tharies, right? And it basically, if we're gonna get into this real quickly, it said that the Roof Doctor is not before the first Doctor. Roof Doctor is set between, I think it's the second and the third Doctor.
Yeah.
And basically before the Doctor was banished from Gallifrey, the Doctor was put into the Division to do a job to capture Swarm and Azure. And the tattoo that originally was just John Pertwee's tattoo, right, became a symbol of you are like a Division member, right? That's what that tattoo kind of becomes now. So the idea is that when the Doctor had to, when the Roof Doctor after finished the job for the Division, she was forced to regenerate into John Pertwee, right? And as a reminder, she kept the tattoo to remember like the Division stuff, because her memory is being wiped. But it also makes no sense because not every Doctor has the tattoo, so like what the fuck. But that's the idea. It's kind of retconning the what's it called, the Timeless Child a little bit, because obviously everyone hated the fucking Timeless Child, and the fact that Roof Doctor was set before the first Doctor. So kind of changing the law a little bit.
I mean, it was the only way it could possibly work because of the police box TARDIS.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you know this, but in the second episode of Classic Who, well, we actually know the end of episode 1. The Doctor takes the TARDIS to 10,000 years BC, and it's still a police box, and he's like, it should have changed. Why hasn't it changed? And that was the point when it broke.
Mm. It's just
before he was in 1960s London.
It's just, you can see how I'm really defeated at this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is. She was. Yeah. They find the tattoo of the guy on the assassin's arm. I instantly went, that's the Vision, and I instantly went, the leaks are true. I instantly sent to Chris, the leaks are true. Like I put it in every server. I talk about the leaks are true because this is where it seems to be going. We cut to the past in the UK. An old man has come in contact with the Grand Serpent, talking about making a UN task force to battle aliens, also known as UNIT.
This is another retcon because the Brigadier was supposed to be instrumental in setting up UNIT because in his the first story he appeared in, I think it was set like 20 years before UNIT was founded, and in his second appearance it was like, oh, since we last met, Doctor, I've been like I've created this I've been creating this intelligence service called UNIT, and we work with the United Nations, and it was always the Brigadier who set it up, and now it's not.
Record.com. Jesus. I'm sorry for people listening to this if you're clicking like excitedness. I'm tired physically, mentally. I am drained. It's been a long day. It's going to be a long week until next week. But after next week, I'm going to be happy because this podcast ends.
Yeah, and I can shave. Did you remember?
Fucking hell. Chris is like, I'm not shaving for the whole podcast. Until the end of the podcast, we're going to see how much of a beard Chris has got. Nothing. Absolutely
it's not
nothing.
even that much.
It's just nothing.
A tiny bit of stubble.
We cut to the part. Yeah, I already said that. We cut to Yaz alone on the yacht, and she was given a message from the Doctor to find a date where the otherworldly monsters can come and attack the planet. As the Doctor is predisposed, she has tasked Yaz with the job. Dan comes in and comforts Yaz, as it's been for years, and that message was sent 2 weeks after they separated. So they've been waiting a long time for the Doctor to return.
Yeah.
Again, this is where the episode started to be like, it started to feel like episode 1 where it just jumps about a lot.
Yeah. It jumped around too much.
And I'm like,
there was too much going on.
There was like fucking 6 threads at once. And I was like,
yeah,
what?
But the Rinder stuff was non-existent in this one. The stuff with Rinder and Bell, I thought there'd be a lot more in this one, but there wasn't. It was more about the villain. It
should have been 3 storylines.
Yeah.
It should have been the Sontaran storyline. Sorry, no, not even that. It should have been the Unit storyline, the Vinder and Bell storyline, Detective Hune, and
the main storyline,
and the Doctor story. It should have been those 3 storylines. Yeah. That's it. But honestly, Swarm and Azure are not needed in this fucking series. What is their purpose?
No,
what is their purpose? Okay. What are they going to tell us?
What about the mute villain? The guy dressed in black.
Well, the passenger.
Yeah, the passenger. What's the point of the passenger?
I don't fucking it would have been.
But the passenger has the passenger's mask is like this really cheap mask you can buy for £5 on Etsy or something. And there's loads of memes about it.
The shit thing is I wasn't a fan of the Tettoon stuff, but it's probably one of the most interesting stuff that they're trying to do. At least they're trying something, So when they did this whole stuff, because we'll get to it, when they did this whole stuff in the episode with Tettoon, I'm like, okay, this is really cool, right? I was like, this is interesting. Then at the end, they just fucking, what the fuck? All of that. Yeah. What was the point in building her up? I don't understand. Because if the whole story would have been like the doctor, because the whole story is the doctor trying to find out who she was, right? Who was I? And like,
yeah,
she goes there. This the episode, the cliffhanger of this episode should have been her going, "I'm Tetuyun," ew, into the next episode. That's it. That should have been it, you know. And then the final episode, the doctor trying to deal with that, the flux happening, and then trying to like, you know, bring her back into the division. That should have been it. It should have been no fucking Azure and Swarm. They're useless. What are they gonna do now? Oh, it's just gonna be the doctor able to like defeat these two. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
It means that like pretty much all episode 2 is unimportant, and the episode 3 stuff needed to be done a different way. That's all that you're changing when you take out Swarm and Azure.
It's just
like you're taking out episode 2 and changing the context behind all the stuff in episode 3.
It's just, what the fuck? I also
It'd be over by now.
Also realized that on the video screen we're the wrong way around.
Oh yeah, we are, aren't we? We're just looking at each other the wrong way.
Oh no, that's a situation. I don't know how to.
How did it take us so long to work it out?
I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that.
The image.
I have to fix that.
We're 5 weeks in. We're only doing one more.
Fucking hell. I think it's you turned your webcam on first. Turn your webcam off and then turn it back on. Maybe that.
Oh, that's probably it.
Maybe that's the. Yeah, there we go. No! It's done it again. Ah!
Oh, I know what the problem is.
Is it the names? Yeah, there we go. It's the names. It's the names. Fuck it out. Listeners, you gotta watch the video version of this and understand what the fuck just happened. But, yeah. Let's continue. So we cut to the doctor and the lady in the division. The doctor asks who is in charge. The woman says, "Well, it's her." She explains that the division was an operation from Gallifrey. They do anything and everything that they wanted or needed. They were hiding in the shadows. The doctor is confused as she searched the whole universe for the division. That's when it's revealed the division is set outside the universe. So I also predicted this. I said they're gonna go for a multiverse kind of gimmick where it's separate unit. I was like, that's definitely what they're doing. I was right. I was right.
A television multiverse.
They literally just stole what they just stole what happened in Loki. You know, it's just multiverse.
Yeah, they've literally just like done Marvel this whole season.
Rick and Morty.
This whole series, it's just been Marvel.
They just looked at Rick and Morty and Loki and said, "I want to do that. I want to do that."
Yeah, and what's his face? Why am I ranking the guy from Infinity War, the Thanos?
Thanos, yeah, but literally, oh my god, literally, wow, Chibnall.
Wait, so does that mean that oh, I've forgotten this guy's name as well. But does this mean that the head of Marvel wrote this series of Doctor Who?
Yeah, Kevin Feige came in and said, you know what,
Kevin Feige,
Chibnall. Imagine if Chibnall Johnson starts writing a fucking Marvel TV show. I'm gonna cry.
Oh man.
We can't do Carvanista. He mentions Earth Shield against the Flux is breaking, and then there's a lone Lupari ship flying just in space.
He's wearing Division armor, isn't he?
I think he is.
Yeah.
We see Belle flying through the universe, scanning for life signs, and she sees a big monolith. But before she can go to the monolith to help the people, Carvanista hijacks her ship and remotely starts controlling it. Again, nothing of interest here. We're literally just reading through this. This is probably going to be a fucking 30-minute podcast. We're just reading through what's happening because there's literally nothing eventful. It's just nothing of substance.
Yeah,
it's just shit happening. We cut to Vinder landing on the same planet we first saw Belle on. He walks through the catacombs and sees Swarm and Azure.
Bit late.
They're a bit late, bro. She came and gone. They seem to be using time and space to connect to her. I originally was like, oh, are they going to connect to the white-haired woman? Is there like a thing here? No, it's the Doctor. No, her is the Doctor. We go back to the woman explaining where they are. Let's see. We come back to the woman explaining that they are in the middle of two universes. I literally said we literally got this explained to us. Why are they explaining to us again? This isn't the US. Where there's no ad break. Why are you explaining to us again? Like, she explains the first universe is dead, and she blames the Doctor for leaving the division and having strong morals. Wow, it's bad that the Doctor has strong morals.
I'm just gonna say it. I don't like the division. Like, the storyline is fine. Like, in terms of like a group within the Doctor Who universe, I don't like the division.
I think the division is
like, in universe, they're not good people.
No, they're not. No, it's not even the Gallifreyans. It's the Time Lords. It's so weird.
It's not even the Time Lords, really.
It's what confuses me. Doctor Who showrunners, Time Lords and Gallifreyans are not the same thing. Please.
Yeah.
Time Lord is a title. Gallifreyans are a race.
We need to see more Shobogans, because Shobogans are non-Time Lord Gallifreyans.
It's just, oh my god, because they use Time Lords and Gallifreyans interchangeably. So like they're like, oh, it's a Gallifreyan operative that can control time. Gallifreyans Time Lords control time, not Gallifreyans.
He's a Time Lord.
I get it.
Like, a Gallifreyan operative who can control time is literally a Time Lord.
Like, I get like the basic operation of a Time Lord is on Gallifrey, but like Gallifrey is not, like, not every Gallifreyan is a Time Lord. Come on now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, the Doctor was even raised as a Shobogan, so like it's not even like, it should be obvious.
It's just
because the Doctor was in that orphanage.
Oh my god. I can't wait to watch like a video of someone giving us a timeline of the division, and it's just making no fucking sense. It's just making absolutely no sense. Because the division of now compared to what they were teasing in series 12 is so different. It's so different. Where were we? She reveals she explains that the first universe is dead, and she blames the Doctor for leaving the division and having strong morals. She reveals that the Time Lords, the Gallifrey, the division, like, they made the Flux and sent it into we're gonna call it Universe 1. Universe 1, the main universe that we've been in since like 1990 or whatever, 1960 whatever. The main universe, right? They sent the Flux in there to kill the Doctor because she was a failed experiment. She was a glitch. She was a virus. Huh? Why?
I wrote at this point, loud yawn.
They literally just said, we want, like this again. It's another thing, because series 12 made Tetsugen just seem like an inventor, right? She wasn't bad, wasn't good. She's just someone interested, in the science of the stuff.
Yeah, it's just a scientist, just like it's someone with an interest in science.
Now she's fucking the Master 2.0. What? She's like, oh, you can't be good.
I was thinking, don't you know who I am? Like, my eyes don't shade, and I'm looking at the eyes. Like, am I supposed to be like? Should I know who this is from the eyes? And I was thinking, is this the Master? Is this the Rani? Who is this? And it was just Tetty, and I was like, oh.
I heard Tetty, and I was like, okay, cool. But it's like fucking, it's like,
yeah.
The only good thing I felt like villain-wise was Sacha Dhawan as the Master.
Yeah.
Everything else
he hasn't been in it yet.
Everything else has fallen so flat. And like, there's a rumor that the Grand Serpent is the Master, and I'm like, please,
really, seriously,
please don't. I hate why. It's just Because you know how as we get later on, I'll explain when it has when we get to it later on. But there's like a small clue that could be the clue. Like, this is the master, and I hate it. I hate it.
I actually quite like the Grand Serpent stuff. Like, I mean, I didn't like him as a character. Like I thought this stuff with him like killing people and like the parasites and stuff. Like, that's really cool.
It's like he's Voldemort.
It's really disgusting.
He's Voldemort with his snake.
Yeah, he pretty much is. Yeah,
but with hair and a nose.
Oh yeah, and no one realizes that he doesn't age. He's been around for 50 years, and he's just said this, and like no one's noticed.
Oh,
like I thought that
hello,
the guy from the 80s.
Oh, hello, Grandma. Wait a second. My grandfather's grandfather talked about. Oh.
Yeah, I thought the guy from the 1980s was going to be like, we've known each other for like 5 years and you haven't aged a bit. Like, I thought they were going to like mention it.
But no. And we come back to the woman explaining where no.
We haven't.
Yeah, they made the Flux send it to the kill doctor because she's the first one, and the doctor questions who she is and reveals that she's in fact Tecteun. Tecteun is the inventor who basically gave Time Lords the power to regenerate after experimenting on the Doctor. So the timeless child, the Doctor, right, has the ability to regenerate infinite amount of times. Tecteun was able to
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. The Tecteun was able to take away that specific part of her genome and give it to Time Lords and allow them to regenerate 12 times. I don't know where the number 12 came from.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, it's a baker's dozen, isn't it?
And also, again, we go back to the point where, like, Matt Smith's Doctor had to ask for more regenerations.
Yeah.
And if the Time Lords knew, because the Time Lords, like the higher ups in the Time Lord Council, knew about fucking Tecteun and the Timeless Child.
Mm. And of course, there's no way for the fugitive Doctor to go, nowhere for Ruth Doctor to go, because the Doctor says very clearly in that same episode, with no reason to lie at this point, like, oh yeah, I had a vanity regeneration and that counts.
Yeah.
So like, he's already had 12 before you even count Ruth. So she still doesn't fit properly.
No, the leak said that the Time Lords gave her back one regeneration. Like after she finished her job, so it's like, we'll give you a regeneration. But
where was that in the War Games?
But it also makes no fucking sense because she's the Timeless Child. She doesn't need to be given another regeneration.
Wait, yeah, that's a good point. Like, if she's the Timeless Child, she doesn't need more regenerations.
It makes no sense. I don't like Chibnall. I'm so happy he's
like,
gone.
how is he the Doctor who's showrunner, and we're just reviewing the show? Like, how? Like, it should be the other way around.
I'm sick and tired of just being let down by shows that I love. First Star Wars, then Sherlock, now Doctor Who. I'm just tired. I'm tired. It's
been basically since 2014. We've just been getting like disappointed by more and more shows.
I hope when T. Davis comes back, he just makes. I just hope it's good.
He just fixes everything.
I just hope it's good. Because, Jesus. Let's continue.
If it's not good, he's dead.
I'm a sniper, bro. Go back to me. give me, Years and Years 2. You know?
Yeah.
just go back to writing that.
Yeah, just make that into a series of Torchwood. That'd be cool.
I like Torchwood. Bring back Torchwood. Did you hear about? Did you? And we'll get to the end of that. There's not.
Yeah.
But we are.
Wait. So this means. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, we cut back to the Grand Serpent and a unit operative.
No, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm going to say it. Now the show is just called Doctor, not Doctor Who. It's just called Doctor.
What the fuck are you talking about?
because everything's been revealed about the character.
Oh,
The whole point of the title is that he was the Doctor.
Dr. Y.
Doctor Y.
Dr. Y, bro. Dr. Y. We go back to the operative. So if you go back to
we should make a documentary one day called Doctor Y, like talking about this era of Doctor Who. And honestly, what the hell Chibnall was on about.
I honestly I want to cry. I just want to cry. Yeah. I'm so defeated.
Yeah.
We cut back to the Grand Serpent and the unit operative. They go into a room and there is a TARDIS. There's a device made by unit to detect things that are non-human. The unit operative, the general, scans the Grand Serpent and it shows that he is not human. Grand Serpent kills the general by using a snake that comes out of his mouth. The general's mouth, not the Grand Serpent's mouth. This is where I was like, oh. So the leak of the rumor of him being the master could be true, because he could just be Time Lord.
Yeah.
And we know that Time Lords have like a decelerated aging, because with Matt Smith, he had to be like thousands of years to look like an old man.
Yeah. Oh, they said they didn't know where they said they just found the TARDIS in a village and just kept it, which doesn't make sense. Because when who's in the story when Unit was first introduced, and actually the one before with the Brigadier before he set up Unit, he saw the TARDIS, he saw the box, and so like if he's like Unit would already know what it is, and they would have just said, "Oh yeah, we found this box, and we know it belongs to someone who's like worked with us before." That's what they should have said.
It belongs to our scientific advisor.
Yeah, it belongs to our scientific advisor, but he has another one. Apparently, we don't quite understand why there's two of them. If it's the same thing,
didn't they? I think they changed. Was Kate always the leader of Unit?
I don't think she was the leader.
I thought she was the scientific advisor.
Yeah, no, she wasn't a scientific advisor, but she was like head of a department. The Brigadier wasn't in charge either. He had the rank of Brigadier. He wasn't leader.
Because
Kate's not the leader either.
Now she is, because they changed it to like in 2017 before Brexit happened and Unit destroyed itself. She was the leader of Unit. Also, is Kate dead?
She's not dead.
No, because this is set in 2017. All the Kate stuff. She could honestly just be dead.
She could be by now.
Please
but she's in the next time trailer.
Yeah, they could. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
This is good. If
Chibnall kills her off, I'm actually going to murder him. An eye for an eye.
The eye for an eye, the whole universe goes blind. I don't care. I don't care. Like
you're messing with my favorite show.
Kate was not the leader of Unit. She was the chief scientific officer. That was her rank.
Yeah.
Greyhound 1. Now she's the leader of Unit. The creators of Big Finish must be crying right now. They must be like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Like,
they must be like, what the hell are we going to do now?
I don't understand. Like, we just set up this whole story. Did you... Oh my god. I feel sorry.
They're the people who got to make sense of this.
The Chibnall's gonna remove the whole universe and they're gonna be like, what? We had a storyline going.
Yeah. It's they're gonna be like work all week like trying to fix all these issues. On Saturday they're gonna reveal, okay, we've got these box sets coming up that are gonna like answer all the questions, and then the next episode comes out and it's like, Chibnall, you messed up our work now.
Fucking Chibnall.
But if he waits until the 100th anniversary to reboot the universe, like the Big Finish are gonna be so mad.
You mean the 60th?
Because they're gonna literally be spending months like
do you mean the 60th anniversary?
No, the 100th anniversary of Doctor Who. Because that's when he's the 100th anniversary of the BBC.
Oh,
because that's the final episode he's doing.
Because that's like 100%. I was like, Doctor Who hasn't been here for 100 years. What's going on? How long?
Sorry,
since 1921, huh? Anyways, let's continue. Where are we? We go back to the Doctor, who explains that. So we cut back to the Doctor, who explains that they are destroying the universe, are traveling to another. Something we already know. Tectune confirms that the Master found. Confirms what the Master found out in series 12 is correct. Then they bicker on if she had the right to adopt the Doctor. The Doctor feels like she has lost a life. Tectune feels like she has saved one. And then she explains that she was the one who, in fact, wiped the Doctor's memory. So they turned Tectune from a scientist to an evil bitch.
Yeah.
They turned it from like Jeannie Weasley to like McGonagall or something. No, they changed it from like McGonagall. No, they changed it from like McGonagall to the fucking
Bellatrix.
No, the other one.
Yeah.
The fucking evil teacher who gets taken by the Minotaurs. What's her name?
Oh, Umbridge.
Yeah. She just turned into Umbridge now. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Oh my god. Doctor Who. Doctor why?
It's not Doctor Who anymore, quite frankly. Like this isn't the same show.
It's just Who.
Yeah.
Who? What? I don't know. We cut back. I already read that one. See, my memory's fucked. We come back to Vinda, who gets caught by two passengers, and Swarm. Vinda is transported within a passenger. It's like an ethereal place where Vinda finds himself meeting Diane. You thought that was Claire.
Who I initially thought was Claire.
Yeah. What happened to Claire? Is Claire just dead?
Claire got stuck in the 1960s and she's just there forever now.
No, she's not in 1960.
Yeah, she is.
No, because she was taken over by the Weeping Angel.
Oh yeah, she was. So she's just dead.
Yeah, she's just GG.
Yeah, like, but why wasn't she with the Doctor in this episode? Like,
because no one cares. Because she was like, I don't need her anymore. She served their purpose. We come back to Dan, Yaz, and Jericho. They meet a man on a mountain, a hermit. That whole scene bored me. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I was so disinterested. I am now confused what's going on.
Like, oh, you need to give me a newspaper. Oh, we haven't brought you one, and we haven't brought any food. Well, of course I want food. What do you think I'm doing? Oh, I'm kidding. I'm just teasing.
It's the most low comedy.
Yeah.
But it ends up with them sending a message to Carvanista to come fetch his human. And Carvanista makes a funny joke. He's like, silly humans, I can't time travel. I was like, okay, that's funny.
That was good. No. What I liked was what I didn't like was how obvious it meant. It was like fetch your dog.
Yeah.
Like I hated how obvious that was.
And then the companions,
it was really supposed to be like some big reveal. And
then the companions are like, what do you mean by dog? What, you don't mean the fucking dog dude who was literally like species bound to you?
Literal like dog man.
Like he literally bound to you to protect you no matter what.
Yeah.
That dog.
Oh yeah. 1903. China's back because it was part of Sontar. But it's China again. In episode 2, it was part of Sontar, and now it's back. They didn't explain how it's back.
I'm banging my head on my chair. I'm so tired. I'm just tired. I have to edit this. I'm tired. Oh, podcasts. They're a pain. It's not even that bad. It's just I'm tired. I was so interested. Last 2 episodes, we were so I was like, I can't wait for the end.
Yeah.
I'm so.
Clearly, the director wasn't what was good about episode 3, and so I'm now completely confused because it's the same director again, and it's just been awful.
There's a line that was said by Christopher Eccleston. You're only as good as your writer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We cut to the Doctor who gets the ooh to help her see what the Flux is doing to the universe. She gets distracted by whispers, which all seem to come from a fob watch. It's revealed that the final destination for the Flux is Earth. It will be, in quotation marks, the apex of destruction. Then we cut back to the Grand Serpent talking to a member of unit who he ends up assassinating as they deny the Grand Serpent his new role in the unit. We come back to Dan, Yaz, and Jericho, who get interrupted by the old tunnel man. It's revealed that this is Joseph Williamson. Apparently
everyone knew it was Joseph Williamson before, just because of the history that they were talking about.
I don't know who the fuck that was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm probably not Liverpudlian. I'm definitely not Liverpudlian. So I probably don't know about Liverpudlian stuff.
I'm probably not Liverpudlian. You've never been.
Does a DNA test. You're not. 25% Liverpudlian. Oi! It's like, oh no.
It's like, oh, I'm 25% Liverpudlian. That means I'm Liverpudlian.
Oi!
Like I'm 0% anything else. I'm just Liverpudlian now.
I'm only Liverpudlian. Dan figures out that his tunnels are the place they have to go to. They enter the tunnels and find Joseph, who is happy to see them, and show them.
I quite like that. I quite like that he was actually a very intelligent man for his era. Like we don't normally see that from we get modern day where people are intelligent, and then any time before they're just stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
So it was cool that he was. Yeah.
This is the last bit of notes that I wrote, so you're gonna have to take control after this, because I wrote. We see the Doctor and Tech June talking. It's explained the fob watch is holding all from the other universe.
Right.
And I stopped because I honestly gave up. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm tired. Okay,
so what I wrote was Chibnall's trying to destroy the show. Kate. No, I'm kidding. I'll go on to iPlayer and just double check what happened.
Because I'm honestly... I can keep saying it, and I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna be like a dead horse. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's been how many years?
Since what? Since what?
We started the Chibnall era, so I had my brain just froze.
Oh, it's 3 years.
It's a waste. Waste of time. It's a life.
Yeah.
Go outside, touch grass. I'm tired, and I'm tired of this. I'm not excited for the finale.
No.
Not at all. And maybe you can call me a Debbie Downer or whatever, but it's just I'm not. I'm just tired.
Oh yeah, that's Scott has been screwed. That's the fob watch. They're just chatting for ages, and it's just nonsense.
Who's chatting for ages?
And then it's the Doctor and Tae-Yoon. They're just talking about the fob watch. And then we go to 2017, when Doctor Who was good, and we see Kate, and she's talking to the villain, the Grand Serpent, and he's basically saying well, he's just talking nonsense, and she's like, "I know who you are. I'm gonna stop you because." I've gone through your record and they make no sense at all. And then he's just like, well, I'm gonna get rid of you. And that was why I was really scared that they were gonna kill off Kate in this episode.
Well, they tried to assassinate her and then she just
yeah, and she just walked off.
Like a badass, because I am Kate. Left Bridge Street.
That's actually something I don't really like about her. That she's always been portrayed as a bit of a badass. But anyway. Anyway. They lower the stakes because she's immune to everything. Anyway, and then it literally cuts to her going home that night, and her house explodes. Like, there's something on the door handle, and it's like a bomb. Actually, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, she's put like a lock on the door, so like only she can enter. Like she's used unit technology to like put a lock on the door. So only she can enter, but it wasn't that.
Yeah.
And then we cut to 2021. Oh no. We cut to...
And then we cut to Chris.
Yeah, we cut to Belle
Mm-hmm.
in 2021 with Carvanista. And I didn't quite know what was going on in this scene. Because they say they're around Earth, and I'm sure they've got all of the what's the word? All of the Lupari ships around Earth as the blockade still.
Mm-hmm.
But they've only got 7 billion ships. And if you consider like how big the oceans are as spaces that we cannot live in, like why are all the ships able to like surround the Earth completely? If if there's only 7 billion ships and there's so much space that we cannot live on.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, no. Belle ends up on the ship, and then Carvanista. Carvanista ends up on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Carbonista's ship, and he left for a bit. And Belle. No. Oh, I'm being so helpful. Belle's on her ship, and she's trying to get to Earth, but she's afraid that the Lupari are gonna like send her out into hyperspace. And then Carvanista comes in, and she's trying to hide. And why is it always Carvanista out of like 7 billion Lupari? It's always Carvanista. Anyway. Yeah, so they're trying to fight each other, and then they hear like loud noises, and they ask each other like, "Was that you?" And like neither of them know what was going on. And I wish it would go quicker. Can't speed it up. Oh, that was it. That was the whole scene. And then we're back with. They just like heard a noise, and that was it. And then we're back to 1904 with Joseph Williamson and the others, and he's talking about all the doors in like the center part of his caves, his tunnels, and like each door leads to like a different multiverse, and not a different multiverse, a different universe that makes up the multiverse. And there's like different ones that like endless cities of steel, and one that's just like if you walk in you're gonna die. And they're just kind of discussing that for a bit, and and then how did that scene end? Something's trying to come in. To like something's trying to come through one of the doors from one of the other universes, and as it's like, how often does that happen? Like, how often does this happen? And Joseph was just like, this has never happened before. And then we're back to Belle and Carvanista, and they're like flying the ship together. But I don't know the context. What the hell is going on?
I let Chris control the podcast for a second, and it goes to shit. Oh my god!
But this just proves like how forgetful Chibnall Zero is.
So what part are you
I've
on?
only just watched.
What part are you on?
Like 47 minutes in.
47 minutes.
Yeah. Something's trying to get into the ship, and so they're like trying to like lock the doors.
Oh yeah, this is after the Kate stuff.
Yeah,
So
and then
she-
they're like trying to hyperdrive away.
Yeah, and then we cut back to the guys in the tunnels, and they're like, "Oh shit," because they've revealed that there are these different doors in the tunnels go to different parts.
Yeah,
of the
that
universe.
was what I was saying. You got all the different doors.
And then the door starts to be banging, and the guy's like, "That doesn't happen." Then we cut back to them in the ship.
Bern and Carbonista.
We cut back to Unit, where it's the Grand Serpent talking to a Sontaran, and it's like, "Do it now."
Yeah,
and then it cuts
he's
to
talking to Dan Starkey.
Then it cuts to
Oh yeah,
every other scene.
The woman's got the tattoo.
Yeah, and every other scene because the tattoo of the division. But again, cuts to everyone else is now being attacked by Sontarans. So when we said the Sontaran episode had no reason because we don't know, like, I still feel like that original Sontaran episode had no fucking use.
Yeah, this all could have just like been explained in 5 minutes.
It could have just been like a surprise. Oh my god, the Sontarans!
Yeah, it could have been a surprise.
Like that's it. I didn't need that Sontaran episode. It was useless. But yeah, the Sontarans are attacking. We cut back to Tech2 and the Doctor. The Doctor's like, "I'm gonna save my friends. I'm gonna do it." And then someone as you're like, but no. They come in.
No, because we're here.
They walk up. Tech2's like, "You should not be here. You should not be here." And then this is a very interesting line as well, as where Swarm reveals that Tech2 was the one who actually released him from his prison, and then murders Tech2. And then the buzz goes off, and I didn't watch the next episode preview because I just turned off. I gave up because
the next episode preview didn't look very good. Because Alex liked it, our friend Alex liked it, but I didn't like it.
There's a thing that's really pisses me off. Right?
Yeah, the cliffhanger was like really badly timed again, like the end of episode 2. It's like you've got Chek Tae-yoon being killed, and then it's like, and then Swarm just turns to the Doctor and says, "Now, Doctor," and then this thing starts playing and we go into the credits. Like, that's not really much of a cliffhanger. Like, he's just walking over to her.
It also sucks.
It was really badly done.
Because what the fuck was the point of Tech2? If all she was done, and like maybe she survives and the next episode she's somewhere, but what the fuck is the point if you use the whole season to like reveal that she's basically the Doctor's mother figure, right? Something that we should never fucking know, right? Because as you said, the show was called Doctor Who, right? We didn't find out about. My eyes were closed for this whole list because I'm trying to think, but we didn't find out that like she is like the head of the division. The thing that we've been hunting at this season and last season, series, and we also find out that she series was the one who invented the ability for Time Lords to regenerate, right?
Yeah.
Then she dies. For what reason? I get the cliffhanger was like, Swarm is about to go attack the Doctor, and Tech2 stands in front of the way because like she still sees the Doctor as their child, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's kind of a cool. I can't see. Like maybe she. Nah, it's just I killed her. Now I'm gonna kill you next, Doctor. And then I didn't watch the next episode preview, but I'm guessing that the Doctor was in the next episode preview. So, like,
I'm gonna check actually. I think so.
Because then, what the fuck is the point of the cliffhanger? These cliffhangers are...
Yeah, she's there.
The cliffhangers are fucking shit, bro. They're useless. They're dumb. They're not cliffhangers. Yeah. I hate it.
You remember the cliffhanger that was actually a cliffhanger?
Yeah, last episode. Remember how
literally... Go on.
Remember that was last episode? Remember how that resolved in 2 seconds this episode? Crazy.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
Crazy.
But have you seen the cliffhanger that is literally a cliffhanger? It's from Classic Who.
Are they hanging off a cliff?
Yeah, but it's so badly done because of like health and safety and budget reasons. Like the Doctor is hanging from like a safety rail.
We're gonna get into the reviews. I'm just gonna say it up straight away. I'm gonna give this a 4. I originally was thinking a 6. I'm upon talking about this. I'm giving it a 4. That's the lowest I've given Doctor Who.
Yeah.
This whole podcast. The lowest I was before was a 6. This is 4. I do not like this at all. At all. I'm sick and tired of just. It had no substance. It had no fun. It was just exposition. Because they wanted us to make sure that we understand stuff before next episode. How about you don't like how about this, Chipmo? Instead of spending this whole episode explaining stuff to us so we understand what was going on, how about this? You write it so throughout the whole series we understand what's going on.
Yeah.
That's a really, really weird concept, right? It's like Ted Dune's whole character for this episode was just explaining like the concept of the multiverse, explaining the concept of the flux, explaining what the fuck division is. Instead of having the Doctor figure out, the Doctor's having it spoon fed to her, and then she spoon feeds it to us, right? Because you failed for the last 4 episodes to explain what the fuck has been going on. The reason last episode was so interesting to me is because there was answers given. Like there was answers given to us, but now it's just like it's not even answers. It's just you're not letting me think about it. You're not letting me think about what the fuck's going on. You're just telling me this is what happens. You're not like the episode before that as well. It was it gave you the information for you to link it together and go, oh, okay. Like even the stuff with Bella and Vinda, right? Finding out that they're a couple. Imagine if Belle and Vinda instantly came. Belle instantly came in. I'm looking for you, and your nice, lovely hair and your chocolate skin. Like, oh my god. She's talking about Vinda.
She's don't say Vinda. That.
Like she's talking about Vinda, right? But like,
it's so racist.
But like they had it. So she was like, I'm looking for someone I love, and Vinda never talked about love. But Vinda's like, I need to find someone, and then it reveals like, oh shit, you can link it together. Like the very first time she explains
that was part of the cliffhanger.
Yeah, the very first time she explains, I'm looking for someone. The next shot is literally Vinda. And it's like, if you...
No, it's the second time, but yeah.
True.
Because the first time was in the cold open.
True. But like, it's literally Vinda, so you can link that easily. But this episode, it's like what happened last episode where they were like, I remember this. I remember that old woman. Like, yeah, we get it. You're her. Like, we understand.
Yeah.
You're the same person. It's the same thing as here, where it's like, oh, these old eyes of mine. Do you not recognize them, Doctor? It's me, Taeyoon. Like, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm seriously trying to think of a character like that we know from some time where like their eyes were really important, and it just turned out to be Taeyoon, like who we've only ever seen through a story told within the Matrix.
Like, they don't give us the space, right, to figure it out. Like, I'm fine with them telling us in the end, but give us the time for me to figure it out. For me to go, okay, who could this be? Interesting. Like, the whole reason that the division was so interesting to me, and the Roof Doctors, because, like, where the fuck does the Roof Doctor fit in? Who the fuck is like, what the fuck is the division? But now it's just, I know everything in the finale is happening. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I give it a 4 out of 10. That was long-winded, but what about you, Chris? What did you give it?
A 3. That was bad. Oh man, it was so boring. It needed to be like much more like streamlined. It would have been good if it was just like the Doctor storyline, the Yaz and Dan storyline with Jericho, and the
unit.
The unit storyline.
Dan and Vinda could have
And that
found each
would have
other
been
last
good.
episode. Like they could have had Bell and Vinda find each other last episode. You know?
Yeah, we could have, or we could have just not seen them this episode at all, because I don't really see like how everything that happened this episode could have been told in last episode. Like I could have just like made it a lot shorter.
What they're trying to do
Because all that's really happened
is link everyone together, because they're putting they're putting people who do not know the Doctor with people that do know the Doctor. So they're putting Bell with Carvanista. They're putting the Grand Serpent with Kate. They're putting Vinda with Swarm and Azure, but Vinda doesn't know the Doctor. So on and so forth. They're putting Jericho with Dan and Yaz. Like they're putting people who do not know the Doctor with the Doctor, so they can all have. And if it happens, I'm gonna tell you how that I called it. Next episode, they're gonna have the fucking like Avengers members, so all of them are together and they're fighting Swarm and Azure or whatever. Like it's gonna be all of them together, but the Doctor's speaking in front of them like, "I'm the ruler here. You know nothing." That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. And I'm gonna sit there going, "I told you so," and this is boring as fuck. But yeah, you gave it a 3, Chris. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. I had to talk about that. Jesus Christ.
No, it should have just been like the 3 storylines, and the Centauran stuff like should have been a big reveal. Like as you said, it should have been a big reveal for the cliffhanger of this episode, and not been like a previous episode before. It would have been a lot better if there wasn't anything to do with the Timeless Child going on, because like you would have just had the Doctor walk into the room and be like, "Oh, what's going on here?" Just works out in the multiverse, and then Swarm and Azure walk in. Like that's all that was needed. And then the thing with the tunnels guy, Joseph
Williamson.
Joseph Williamson. That was good. With all of the all of the doors thing. But actually, I'm thinking about it now. Remember how last week I said that? Oh no, it was 2 weeks ago when Dan was like bumped into him in like his memories.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah. No, what should have happened is he should have been, as I say, he should have been listening to an audio guide first, which could have then set up the thing about the doors, set up like, oh, some say at the center of the tunnels are these like doors to other universes, and it would just be something in the background for people to like to pick up on a rewatch. That's what should have happened.
You know what's really fucking weird?
What?
Like you can also not even that, but like I'll get into that later. But like yeah. Every single Doctor since apart from the 9th Doctor has had 3 series like for their run, 3 of them.
Yeah.
We've had
like a few extra episodes.
Yeah, but like the main series is they've had 3.
Yeah.
Jodie's one is like not even like it's the worst.
Yeah.
Like thinking back to it, the days of Capaldi. Oh.
Yeah.
Those were days. Wasn't the best.
Yeah, if series 8 and 9 were like a single series, like the Capaldi era would just be like untouchable.
Capaldi's the downgrade from like I'm not trying to shit on Jodie, but a downgrade from the way Capaldi did stuff to what's happening now.
Yeah,
Capaldi owned it like he's like, and that's again, as Eccleston said, you're only as good as your writer. That's a testament to Moffat. I know people hated Moffat when he was doing his run, but looking back, we
hated Moffat.
We did, but looking back, Moffat was on Doctor Who for a long time for a good reason. He knows Doctor Who. He at least knows Doctor Who.
Yeah, but that was why people stopped liking him, because he had certain things that he liked doing, and people got sick of it because he was around for 7 years.
And it's just God. Mm. The fact that Tattooed had to explain everything to the doctor. Fuck you. Like, if it was any other doctor, they would walk into the room, figure it out, and then Tattooed would be like, "Oh, so you figured it out, huh?" But no, Tattooed had to go sit there and go, "Doctor, I'm going to explain."
Well, that's what I'm saying about Saw and Azure. Like, the Tattooed didn't even need to be there. Like, the doctor could have walked in, worked out all this stuff with the multiverse, and then Swarm and Azure walk in, and it's like, "Oh, well done, you worked it out. We're going to kill you now." Like, that's all it needed to be.
Like it could be like the last question could be like, "What the fuck is this place? Why are we in between universes?" And the next episode, they reveal Ted to you and all of that stuff. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, what a mess.
I still don't know which episode Captain Jack was supposed to be in. Because it clearly wasn't this one.
I'm guessing it's probably War on Sontarans, or or maybe next episode. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be in 2 episodes.
And it was. Thank you all for listening to the Dr. White podcast. Next week we have the series finale called The Vanquishers. It's directed by Azir Salim and written by Chris Chibnall. I'm not interested. I am not hyped for it. I am really tired. Don't forget to listen to us on Google, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And the video version is on my channel.
Watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, the video version on my channel, just Nermian. And you'll see it there. But yeah, that's all for this week. I'm not even gonna say bye, guys. I'm not even gonna.
Bye, guys.
Fucking 5 guys.
5 guys, yeah.